Hello, this is Christian Harrison and this is my director's commentary of my A2 Media music video. Okay, so this is the establishing shot of a video. It's a series of panning shots showing empty bottles in a living room in general disarray. Now, the premise of this was the theory of restricted narration, implying that the audience doesn't entirely know what the plot's about. All they know is that it's a threat and it takes place in a dark environment. Okay, we switch to this shot of a punching bag hanging in a garage. Punch bags. Now this shot is used to introduce the audience to the character's love of boxing. It's also used to imply that he has serious anger issues, and the fact that he's absent from most of the scenes builds up the mystery about him and engrosses the audience more in his character. Okay. Now this shot of the actor George shadow boxing, I used a Gaussian blur effect once again, just like the shot of the punching bag and his feet, to create a sense of mystery about him. I also felt that the blur effect added a very atmospheric effect to the overall tone of the video. Shots of him working over the punch bag there. Zoom in shot to emphasise his expertise at the sport. And the audio begins after this shot. It coincides with his hitting of the punch bag. Now this shot, you'll see the sun. It's used in various scenes in the music video. The sun is used to represent Georgie's change in personality, which is why he's changing into different sets of clothes. The typical sporty boxing attire is gone and he's going to a more casual sort of outfit. This is used to reflect the changing of the environment as well as the change in his own personal perspective, and he's leaving his troubled home environment and he's venturing out into the real world. Just continuity edits. This shot ties into the original shots. He's got the same pair of shoes on, which means that although his demeanour has changed, he has not totally forgotten why he's running away from home in the first place. Now, this shot of George walking past an aggressive dog. The dog's a metaphor for his own personal anger. One could say that he is the one caged in. Once again, you'll notice the sun. Now that George is in a more natural environment where he feels at home, his troubled home life's far behind him, he's much more relaxed, and the sun's used to emphasise this change in personality. A panning shot of the scenic environment, done to show the dichotomy between home and countryside. Once again, the flash effect, used to emphasise George's change in character. I felt this scene was a pivotal scene within the plot, because it represents George finally come to terms with his peace with his new environment. Now, I tried to go for a very realistic tone in the music video. I didn't use many effects, but this is one of them. This slow motion shot of a rock hitting the water of a pond, I felt was used to dissipate, is symbolic of George's anger dissipating within a sea of tranquility. The slow motion effect was shown to highlight its pivotal nature to the story, and I felt that its inclusion was a very appealing, eye-catching scene for the video overall. The scene of George throwing away a empty can of beer is symbolic of the alcoholism that has plagued him and his family, and how he's choosing now to turn his life around. Now this shot of George pouring away the empty beer bottles, the beer from the beer bottles, is once again representative of him moving away from his old ways. Now, I tried shooting this shot within a numerous sort of ways. I changed it to a black and white filter at regular speed, but I felt framing the shot in slow motion just made it that much more scenic and important. You know, it really connotated the importance of the scene to the whole story. This final shot of George moving away from the bridge. I chose to edit this scene rapidly to emphasise the fact that George had moved away from his old ways and is quickly entering a new stage in his life. So that's my commentary, director's commentary for a music video. Thank you for listening.